Hello everybody, I'm MasterCode, your ace analyst, and today we'll be looking at issue number 83 of the main IDW series, a plot surrounding a murder mystery! No, it's not. Well, what about those, innocent carrots? You eat carrots all the time. In fact, you're eating one right now. It's my new phone. Sorry, dear, I'll have to call you back. Yep, sometimes it's tough being the sexiest stallion in the universe. Mares just can't keep their hooves off me. Right. Go back to whatever you were doing. So anyway, on to today's comic. Twilight and Spike head off to Trotland to see the great northern tortoise races and our first foray into the Highlands area of Equestria. So apparently the reigning champion tortoise, Silver Blaze, has been stolen! My goodness! Tortoise stolen? Town in panic? There's a sale at Penny's! What? They've got horseshoes at reasonable prices. Right, yes. One of the things I do like about this comic is that all the elements for the reader to solve this mystery's answers aren't just thrown in your face. As we follow the duo's investigation, traveling from one suspect to the next, all clues are visible but may seem innocuous, whether it be in the foreground or the background. For example, we see Twilight attempting to interview one of the primary suspects, Alder Brown, and though she pretty much shoos them off, we do see evidence of carrots, a favorite of tortoises, recently eaten, with Twilight taking a mental note of that and the surroundings. It's why I also have to applaud the artist for this comic's excellent use of diverse framing. Even the opening introduction of the tortoise behavior from Twilight was another subtle delivery of the elements necessary for setting up this case. At first glance, it seems like just your normal Twilight rambling bit, but she brings up that tortoises are allergic to arugula, which Tank almost eats later on in the story, also that they can even get aggressive and even kick any pony who pisses them off, as this mare found out. Speaking of the suspects, every pony we meet is strange in their own unique way, each with their own set of quirks, leading to a lot of comedic moments. Also, if the imagery of Twilight Sparkle in an overcoat and deerstalker hat weren't obvious, this whole story feels like something out of an Arthur Conan Doyle novel, with all the strange encounters and eccentric ponies. And while the case may not be difficult to figure out who the culprit is, the story does have enough odd characters and odd occurrences that it does still make you think and hypothesize about what actually happened, adding more interaction and fun to the story. Going back to the artwork, we have Heather Breckle as our colorist and relative newcomer Kate Sharon as our artist, and I must say, they make an excellent team. The backgrounds and overall setting have a diverse look from the common locations like Ponyville or Canterlot, with brick houses, rolling hills in the countryside, and even the buildings in the city have a unique old-timey look as well. The pony designs for the most part look somewhat similar to show style, especially this obvious trace of Spike here. The local townsfolk have unique attire to match the area culture, helping to immerse the reader in this location. Another element Sharon does well is creating more depth in the frame by using a lot of angles or curves, making the interiors more diverse and interesting. Now, before we get to the actual race, let's talk about Twilight, as while Spike does keep track of clues, he's mostly relegated to the assistant role. I love how serious Twilight takes on this task, and while it comes off as comedic at times, we're further expanding Twilight's skills for her to eventually become Princess of Equestria. She's visiting and interacting with these eccentric folks with all professionalism, despite them not being the most agreeable. She also doesn't judge the characters and treats them like any pony else with a calm and collected manner, not making any accusations before she has all the information. But even she gets winded rallying the town in a similar fashion to Pinky, showing that even the alicorn of friendship does have her limits, but remains determined. It's finally race day, and we see all the competitors and their tortoises are all dressed for the occasion.
You two seem to be forgetting who the real winner will be. He's got nerves of steel.
And now we begin what could be the most epic, most amazing race in the history of all pony kind. Let the race begin! I absolutely love the over-the-top commentary as the tortoises race down this course that is only slightly longer than your average equine, and the fact that there's a whole stadium built around this tiny little track just makes it so much more funny. And the artwork does a great job in interpreting this amazing race using the duplication method to show progress, making this whole event even more entertaining and hilarious. As for the ending, well, I won't give it away here. I'll let you guys solve the mystery yourself, because this actually was a pretty good comic. It's a fun little mystery adventure that's got some good comedic moments and character interactions, some nice looking artwork, a little character building for Twilight, and all the while expanding the lore and locations around Equestria. Well, that's it for the day, guys. Until next time, MC